Yo, what is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 gameplay video. Hey, this week has been so much fun getting back into the YouTube grind. We've been cranking out content here on the channel again, which feels so good. And if you were unaware, I recently finished my 2-year contract with Facebook Gaming, and now I'm back to streaming and uploading regularly, except right now I'm not streaming on Twitch yet, again, like I used to, because they revoked my partnership and will take half of my revenue until I re-earn partnership status. And I think that's pretty lame. So I'm streaming here on YouTube, and it's been a blast this week. It really has. So thanks so much to any of you who stopped by the streams this week. All the gameplay today in this video is from plays I made live on stream here on YouTube this week. We've got footage from several WeRans and quads and team wipes and more in this video. So I'm really looking forward to streaming the new seasonal content next week, so feel free to tune into that. And if you're interested in becoming a member of the channel and supporting me and my family, then feel free to use the link in the description. Thank you very much. But we got to talk about these weapons. This is like legitimate secret meta material right here. Neither of these weapons are in the top 25 used weapons in PvP today. They fly really far under the radar, but their potential is very high. First up is a relic of the golden age in Destiny history. It's the Atalanta D SMG, but this isn't the year 1 version that came out during the Curse of Osiris Year 1 DLC, right? This is the random rolled version you could have as a random drop at the end of any Black Armory Forge ignition. So I got an absolutely disgusting roll on this thing back then and tucked it away for a time when SMGs might get some love. And they did in fact get that buff last season, which was a major help, and now this baby puts in some real work. The roll on mine is Dynamic Sway Reduction, a perk that also got buffed not too long ago. It has Zen Moment, Armor Piercing Rounds, which you'll see does in fact over-penetrate targets and helps me deal simultaneous damage in about 4 or 5 different engagements in this video to multiple targets and yields multi-kills, right? The SC Hollow Sight, which is super clean, and a Handling Masterwork on top of all that. The range on this SMG is exceptional, by the way, and you'll see just how far out I'm able to take duels in this video. And, you know, besides being downright fantastic statistically, this SMG is also just a unique and genuine pleasure, you know, to the eyes, right? It has that Black Armory unique graphic on the sides of the gun, and I had to honor the origin of the weapon by slapping that House of Mayrin shader on it. I still feel like the Black Armory was one of the best seasons we've ever had in Destiny 2. For personal taste, I love it. Truth be told, I loved everything the Vicarious Visions got their hands on in Destiny 2, right? Black Armory, the Menagerie, the Warmind DLC, like those are that's some of the best content we've had in Destiny 2. And I really, that's probably one of the one things I would point to with the split from Activision that is a genuine downside, and that is that they no longer collaborate with Vicarious Visions on future content. Because I really loved whenever they brought Vicarious in, because everything they touched, I liked. So, anyways, moving on to the Pulse Rifle. This here is the Third Axiom. And unlike the SMG I'm using, this weapon is still very much available. If you spend any time in the Strike playlist, then you've probably already had some of these drop for you. A lot of people tend to overemphasize damage buffing perks on primaries like Rampage and Kill Clip and stuff like that. But I find that many Pulse Rifles are way better when you focus on pushing their consistency in duels through the roof. And this one I'm using, it rolled with Surplus, which is, as far as I'm concerned, it's an S tier perk, given the buffs that you get with even just one ability cooled down. You know, it ramps up your handling, reload speeds, and stability, giving you 3 buffs for the price of 1 perk. It's a no-brainer. It also rolled with Opening Shot, which we know by now is an S tier perk as well. For anything that isn't fully automatic, having extra accuracy and range in Destiny is invaluable. It also rolled high caliber rounds, making it a dueling menace as it dishes out extra flinch to targets that you're hitting. It has chambered compensator, which brings my recoil direction on this roll to a perfectly vertical value. And a range masterwork is the cherry on top of it all. I highly recommend that you search through your vault and see if you've got one of these laying around. If you don't, go hit that strike playlist and see if you get lucky. The drop rates are they're not too bad, right? They're not too rare. This thing blew me away. It's absolutely fantastic as a mid to long range dueling weapon. And being a 390 pulse, it's easy 3 bursts. It's a very forgiving archetype since you can get, a body shot burst in there and, still get the 3-shot kill. With high caliber rounds on it, that means flinching a hand cannon out of just one headshot, right, in their volley. It means you win the duel because they have to go for a 4th shot, typically. Not only that, but because of the damage numbers you get for headshots, any buff that you get will increase your damage to be enough to 2 headshot burst kill. Did I say that in a confusing way? Let me try that again. I'm going to try and word that in a way that's a little less confusing. Because of the damage numbers you get on headshots, any buff you get that increases your damage is going to give you consistent 2 headshot burst kills, right? 2 burst kills. So I run high energy fire and taking charge and swift charge for easy stacks of charge with light. Obviously, high energy fire is the charge with light mod that gives you more weapon damage and consumes your charge with light values. So you can get charge with light stacks by getting the swift charge, getting multi kills with the pulse rifle, and then it automatically applies high energy fire. Like, you don't have to go run and pick up an orb or anything in order to get that charge with light. You just get it for getting the multi kill. So you can just kind of keep pushing a lane, right? You get 2 kills, push for the 3rd, and it's going to be an easy 2 burst kill. It's really, really nice. And then obviously taking charge, picking up orbs off the ground. There's plenty of them in PvP, especially if you're checking the kill feed in the lower left. You'll see when orbs of light are popping up, and you just match up like, Slayer 69 just created 3 orbs by casting a super. So you just look around on your HUD, find where the guy is, run over to that side of the map, pick up the orbs, and it's well worth it, right? You've amped up damage, and you can 2 burst people. Very, very nice. The optics on this pulse rifle, they were a little odd to me at first. They were a little off-putting, but the more I used it, the more it grew on me. The weapon design is the same model as the Nerwin's Mercy and the Hopscotch Pilgrim from back in Destiny 1. So it also has that sort of nostalgic Destiny 1 feel to me. It feels like coming home. You know what I mean? Back to the Destiny roots. This thing's a freaking menace out on the field. I swear to Bob. I really can't recommend it enough. If you ever liked the Last Perdition or the Gion 7, which I know I did, then you'll love this pulse rifle. The rest of the build is pretty simple. I'm running Deathbringer in the heavy slot because that's just what I do. If I don't have an exotic weapon in my kinetic or energy slot, it's my favorite heavy. And if I can use it, then I'm gonna use it. In this video, I'm on my Hunter playing Gunslinger bottom tree. I like the emphasis on precision in that skill tree. I'm using the Young Ahamkara's Spine exotic gauntlets for those sexy trip mines, and there are plenty of trip mine kills in this gameplay as well. I just love how creative you can get with those things. They honestly feel more like Destiny 1 lightning grenades to me. Do you remember those? Their blast radius for damage was huge, and they detonated the instant they touched a wall. Unlike their successors in Destiny 2, the lightning grenades in Destiny 2, they take a moment to prime before they actually start pulsing and dishing out damage. But these buffed trip mines give people less time to get away due to the massive explosive radius, right? And you get that hot 160 damage, meaning they're great at cleaning up any target that breaks line of sight, and they break for cover, right? Or alternatively, they're great for priming targets that are holding a door or a lane, so you can push in for easy primary damage to clean them up. This whole build was just a genuine pleasure to play with. I feel like that mid-season shakeup that we got this season just breathed so much life back into Destiny for me. I mean, there's still issues, no doubt. The maps are stale. GRs are not a thing. GLs are annoying as heck. I think it's a GR because that's the abbreviation for the city I live in. But anyways, GLs, annoying as heck. Shadow Dive spamming Revenants are infuriating to me. But, I'm still able to go into Crucible and exercise some creativity and lean into some different exotics and try to push more unique weapons and perks to their limits. I'm having a lot of fun. I highly encourage you to try this combination out for yourself. If you don't have an Atalanta D to use, which I assume many of you won't, then feel free to substitute in something like the Antiope, even the Huckleberry. The Multi-Mock is also a solid and totally relevant kinetic SMG, although it's a very different archetype, but you've got some options there for sure. Let me know in the comment section what builds you're enjoying right now in PvP, and what you think of these beauties that I showed off today. Thanks so much for supporting the YouTube channel and watching this video. Feel free to leave a like on the video only if you enjoyed it. Be warm and well fed, my friends, and I hope to catch you in the Crucible.
2 for 1. This is wonderful. Relax. Stand between you and victory. The recruits have no excuses. Look at you, at what one Guardian can do. With nothing but your ghost, your weapon, and your... I can feel that in my bones! 2 for 1.